water. Let me show you what's going on right now. This neighborhood completely waterlogged. Check it out. This is Rondelay Road North and White Butterfly Way. You can see neighbors trying to get a handle of what's going on. They tell me at least a foot of water in these streets. Neighbors tell me it has not been this bad in more than 20 years. In fact, you can't even see the sidewalks or the front lawn before the streets. It's completely covered. Last year this happened, neighbors were actually in kayaks enjoying the water, but tonight all they want to do is stay dry.
Does that turn into a boat?
Our cameras capture drivers using their vehicles more like boats at the intersection of Rondelay Road and White Butterfly Lane in Reynoldsburg, as it looks more like a river than a street.
That's the worst. I've never seen it like this. I've been living here for almost 20 years and we had it bad, but not like that.
This trash dumpster nearly floats away before it's caught by a kid in the neighborhood. One car being pushed away after stalling in the floodwaters.
It's not stopping. It's like it continues to rise, so we're very concerned. These guys keep on trying to get through here.
When you see these cars trying to get through, what goes through your mind?
They're crazy.
Turn around and go back!
Not far from the neighborhood, Key Thompson turning cars around to stop them from heading through flooded waters here on Rose Hill Road.
I would much rather tell people to turn around than keep pulling cars out of the water.
What's it like with the water?
It's cold and quick. Right over there, that water's moving really quick.
Neighbors here on White Butterfly Way blame their flooded neighborhood on sewer lines they say cannot handle the large amount of rain, now leaving debris floating through the streets and cars turning front yards into waterfront properties.
They're crazy. I'm afraid they're going to stall out. It's just amazing that people, they just don't care.
And check it out, when cars drive down the road, it's almost like a beach bringing in high tide. You can see the water coming up about a halfway to the front lawn where the house is. You know, I did reach out to Reynoldsburg Police. They tell me right now there are many, many roads that continue to be closed because of the flooding, but they say if there's no more rain, they expect that the water will go down.
I don't want to bury my kids in their new school clothes. And I shouldn't even have to say that out loud or think about it, but that's where we're at.
Lily Cunningham homeschooled her daughter last year, but wanted to socialize her this year despite the Delta variant. But then she heard Dublin City's schools was approving exemptions to their new mask mandate for elementary and middle school students.
Are you afraid the district is going to rubber stamp okay on every request?
Yes, because they're not being transparent about this.
Lily says she's losing trust in her school district ever since they prohibited teachers from wearing inclusive T-shirts last year. She says DCS has gotten too political and leans right.
I think the conservatives are emboldened, and I think that that's been made pretty clear.
One of the things that makes Dublin so special is our diversity. With that diversity comes a lot of different thoughts and a lot of opinions, and we have to recalibrate how we disagree with each other.
Dr. John Marchhausen is Dublin City's school's new superintendent. Concerned with the COVID-19 surge himself, he's meeting with the director of the Ohio Department of Health, who's holding a superintendent Q&A session on the eve of the district's first day.
We're looking for new numbers, new advice. We want to know where we are with potential breakthrough cases.
As for those exemption forms, the superintendent tells me he's received 311 of these forms out of 12,000 kids. He too has heard the stories that kids are filling them out themselves. So an email is going to the parents who are listed on each one.
If you want your child to stay in school, you're going to have your child in a mask.
The district is also sending that same message on social media, stating masks will prevent quarantines. But Lily says the real story on the issue won't be seen for the next few days.
Let's be real. These numbers are people. These numbers are people. And a lot of them are children.
This briefing today, and he was very direct, even pleading, saying, please, 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 to parents and school teams, saying consider requiring masks, and to parents, get students 12 and up vaccinated. He says he can't mandate masking in schools because of moves from the legislature. So today was really a plea to Ohio, saying students just can't afford to have another disruptive school year. In just days, the situation in Ohio has really changed. He and Dr. Bruce Vanderhoff from the Department of Health saying the Delta variant is spreading rapidly and particularly targeting the unvaccinated. And listen to his tone, kind of a departure from what we heard this afternoon when I asked him about his next moves. Take a listen.
Given the rises in hospitalizations and cases we see, Governor, does this have you think about perhaps different ways to try and reach people, additional ways, whether that's different messaging, incentives, et cetera, et cetera? Thank you.
Haley, I think about that every day. We're constantly trying to think how we can reach people, how we can get the facts to people. So yes, I think about that, every single day.
He also told me they are planning to try different things. He cited today's press conference as one of those examples. He also really wanted to get into the ear of parents and school teachers. Now, will there be new incentives for vaccination? No official confirmation there. The governor even asked schools to consider requiring masks even for just a few weeks until the spread has decreased. Also, Republican lawmakers are considering a ban on vaccine mandates. The governor not too happy on that front.